So ladies, hello. So today we'll talk about convictions, opinions, and voicing them out. And especially when you have opinions that people do not necessarily share, and how you stand by these opinions, you know, no matter what. I personally relate a lot to that topic in my real life, because in my country, I'm known for the fact that I speak my mind. I don't speak about everything, but I try to voice out whatever I think has to be said on certain topics. So I choose my battles, let's say that. And definitely, for sure, I wouldn't be here with you guys if I wasn't the person I've been, like telling my truth, telling my opinion, whatever. So I think that as long as you speak your mind, your truth, I think it gives you more opportunities to be yourself and to let the world know how you are and give you what you want or what you need, actually, instead of, you know, pretending that's what you think, although it's not what you think. And I think the world brings you more opportunity when you say your truth.
I like how you're talking about the world that brings you opportunities, but let's not also forget that our world in this part of the world is often always categorized by family. It's categorized by church. It's categorized by even your school alumni. So you can leave a very good school wanting to be a guitar player, but your parents are consistently reminding you that John or Ama or you know, Ade, who also left your school at the same time, is now this bona fide lawyer. And you're going to take a guitar and do what? So you're right. You can have that mentality of, no, but this is what I want to do. But I also feel that in order for you to not necessarily go against the grain of society as we see it in Africa, it is very important to take yourself through a series of exercises, literally from rejecting your own self, rebuilding your own self, so you can stand in front of whomever it is with conviction and say, you know what, no, I will play the guitar because I'm talented. It's what I want to do. If I fail, that also means when you fail, be ready to take the ball and the fault. And don't blame it on, oh, my parents never loved me. You know?
C'est pas facile en fait, parce que je pense que on vit en société. C'est pas du tout évident de se retrouver seul. Donc souvent, j'ai un oncle à moi qui est actuellement directeur en tout cas de l'entreprise sur les communications, qui est dans vraiment le top management. Et en fait, son rêve, c'était d'être guitariste, tout simplement. Donc tous les week-ends, il me dit, je suis l'exemple type de celui qui a raté sa carrière. Et donc c'est vraiment quelqu'un qui me dit, écoute, je sais que tu es faite pour être artiste, donc tu y vas, tu les écoutes pas, parce que regarde, je veux dire, finalement, c'est vrai que je suis très talentueux, très connu et tout, mais c'est vraiment quelque chose qui me fait mal à l'âme quand je dois laisser ma guitare pour aller au travail. Parce que c'est comme si ça m'appelait.
C'est très important la conviction.
Je pense que trouver un compromis, parce qu'après, quand on grandit dans la vie, on devient un adulte, il faut être capable de s'assumer. Surtout si on veut, par exemple, fonder une famille, etc. Donc peut-être qu'un compromis peut être trouvé de ce côté-là, parce que ceux qui vous ont devancé ne vous veulent certainement pas du mal. Et il y a une certaine vérité dans ce qu'ils disent. Donc trouver un compromis, mais je pense qu'il faut toujours faire ce avec quoi on est confortable.
Ça commence dans la tête, ça.
Ça commence dans la tête. Et ça demande beaucoup de force.
Vivre avec ses convictions, c'est surtout le plus important. Il y a deux catégories de personnes. Il y a ces personnes qui ont confiance en elles et qui disent oui, je veux y aller, et il y en a qui n'ont pas confiance en elles et qui effectivement sont un petit peu submergées par les avis des uns et des autres. Effectivement, comme toi Céline, je ne serais pas là aujourd'hui si moi personnellement j'avais suivi le parcours simple et typique normal de ce que mes parents avaient demandé de faire. Voilà, donc aujourd'hui je suis une artiste, je suis actrice parce que j'ai décidé de l'être, parce que j'ai envie de le faire, et non pas parce que je veux que les autres me voient, mais je le fais parce que j'aime ce métier. Voilà, donc il y a déjà une différence, et il est très important effectivement de croire en ce qu'on fait, d'aller de l'avant et de toujours effectivement garder cette ligne directive qui te permet effectivement de pouvoir atteindre ce que tu veux atteindre. Cela n'empêche qu'effectivement il est important de ne pas négliger le fait qu'il faut quand même écouter les conseils des uns et des autres. Mais il faut que ça reste toujours dans cette optique de ne pas perdre sa conviction, parce que finalement, on n'a qu'une vie. Je préfère avoir essayé de faire ce que j'aime faire, plutôt que de ne pas l'avoir essayé et de regretter de ne pas l'avoir fait avant de mourir. Ça, c'est important.
Yeah.
I think with personal convictions, I don't know that there's anyone who has a personal conviction that wasn't shaped by something or someone else.
Like an experience,
your family, how you were raised. So I think oftentimes we think we're alone in how we feel about things, and it's like, no, who you are, who you've become, it's shaped by a bunch of different things, a bunch of different people. And the thing I love about convictions is they can change. Yeah, you know, so often I think all of our characters can relate to that in some way. You sort of start off, oh, traditional food is the way I'm never changing. Never is this, or give me this, or give me death. You know, and it's like, no, let me change. They can change. Convictions can be questioned.
Yes,
they can be reevaluated. It's okay to change your mind. You know, if something is not working for you, it's okay to reevaluate and be like, okay, wait. You know what? Maybe this thing is not working. Maybe I should try something differently.
In my case, a few years back, I initiated a petition on on bleaching. It was bleaching related, and I don't know. I mean, we all know that bleaching is not good for health and whatever. I mean, but at some point, making that petition. Like people were like, I'm coming at a certain brand, and it wasn't the case. I was just reminding that, you know what, we should really definitely feel better about ourselves, and you know, this thing cannot going on. And of course you receive insults. You receive people who who would judge me. Oh, but you're easy for you, you're light skinned or whatever. So I mean, it's just to say that you receive a lot of negativity sometimes when you mean well, even if it's for a good cause, whatever. And for sure, it's not easy to stand alone, to see that, to have you insulted or whatever. But the only thing, I guess, that made me, you know, like just pass on it, it's like, you know what, I mean, it's a health problem. So you don't always even stand for an opinion only for yourself. Sometimes it's even, you know, for the community, for the
people
society.
Who may not have the platform to be able to speak out.
And I guess that what I kept in mind is that, okay, maybe in general it's negativity that gets louder,
right?
But I know for a fact that there are lots of people who, and there were lots of signatures, so I knew that there were a lot of people who were supporting. So in this case, I guess we should focus on the people who share that opinion, why we're doing it for, and not on people not sharing or the negativity or.
Mais je pense que la plus belle récompense, c'est lorsque tu vois le résultat de ce pourquoi tu as lutté. Parce que at the end, when you win a battle, everybody who were against you will now.
That's what happened.
The same people that you say,
that's what happened. That's what happened.
But that's the best result. The best result is when you win this battle, and this is why you need to keep strong.
It's a risk worth taking.
Very, very well said. And the biggest thing to remember, when you go against the grain, know that at a point in time you're going to be alone.
Yes.
The thing about being alone is you will always find that one family member or that one, I mean, even when you have your parents, you will always, mommy might say, I don't agree with you, because daddy's sitting right there, right? But when daddy goes over, he's like, see, it's not that I don't understand.
And you know, Jesus wasn't, Jesus was the only one.
You will stand alone. You will stand alone, and it's a very lonely place. It's a place of weakness. It's dark. you will feel like everything is sinking. But I think we've said it so many times, and you just talked about the battle. If you're sure that the decision you're making is the right decision you made for yourself, you will win the battle.
Yeah.
So keep on, keep on, stay strong.